Hello everyone, I'm Dorothy Nam. Welcome back to Star English. Do you ever or wonder sometimes why people will spend so much money to buy an expensive car or boat? One CEO said that people aren't buying the car or boat, that they're buying dreams. Well, dreams are the most valuable things definitely in the world. And are you working hard towards a day when you will be able to achieve your dreams? Well, let's all do it together. What's happening now here on Star English? We get to meet a very special guest every week. And today we brought back electric violinist Hannah Lee for another great conversation. This will be a great episode for all our viewers that dream of becoming an acclaimed instrumentalist. So turn up your volume. Let's kick off another episode of Star English. We have this wonderful guest with us one more time, this beautiful, talented lady. And glad to have you back, Hannah.
Thank you so much for having me back. I really enjoyed the talk last time with you here.
Oh,
yes.
well, thank you. We definitely want to call you back because there's so many more questions we want to ask you. Mm-hmm. In fact, I heard the last show, we even went overtime because we were talking about so many great things.
Check, yes.
Yeah. With two girls in a room and some tea.
Hours.
So tell me, right now, if you can set us up for, shows or things at concerts that you've done or are doing, and once again, if you can say hello to our viewers and greet our viewers one more time.
Sure. Hello, the viewers of Star English. My name is Hannah Lee, and I'm an electric violinist as well as vocalist who came from New Zealand. Nice to meet you again.
Great. Now, I love how you've got this look where every time you can put your hair in a different way, you look like a different person.
Oh, do I?
And you've got this great style. It's almost as a different person.
Thank you. Oh, I bought this. It's kind of unique, right?
It's a great shirt.
Yes, I bought this from Taiwan when I went over to Taiwan to perform. Yeah, I had a lot of great experiences in Taiwan, and I met great Taiwanese singers, famous singers there, and we performed together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about these concerts overseas. So, how do you go and get these, gigs and you go and play for, around the world?
Right. Last time I talked to you about how I came to Korea through Eugene Park Management and how I didn't, it didn't work out. And after a month of being the artist of the management, well, I met this guy who's a pastor at a church, and he saw me perform, and he saw me and heard me share my testimony, and he said to me, why don't you perform at churches? So I said, if it's okay, then I would like to do that. So I started performing at churches, and he became my manager.
Oh, wow.
But after churches, people saw me, and people invited me to play at all different kinds of places and concerts. So that's where my career started, and I met this great group called Art Korea, and we have like all different genres of music and performers there, including b-boys and dancers, rappers and singers. So there are about 40 of us, 40 to 50 of us, and we really love to go overseas, like Thailand, Taiwan, especially Asia, and Africa, and Cambodia, because they don't have great cultural advantage in those countries. You see, and they're so into K-pop these days, this Korean wave thing.
Sure.
Yeah, wherever we go, like people would gather around, like thousands of people, just because we are Koreans. You see, and we give performance for 1.5 hours to 2 hours, even up to 3 hours, and people would just enjoy us, seeing us there. And there was this one time in Cambodia, we were invited to perform at this big festival called Water Festival, where thousands of people gather out. It's like the biggest festival of Cambodia. And because there are so many people there, like people started stepping on each other, you see.
Whoa,
and it was really dangerous. We were up on the stage, but at the end, this tragic happened. Just after our show, and we went back to our hotel. This great tragic of 320 people dying happened. And
oh my goodness!
Yes.
What tragedy! Oh my goodness! There's always, of course, success, and there's always a time when things are very good and steady, and then there's always hardship. But when we go through tragedy and hardship, we learn from it.
Yes.
So I know that we were wanting to actually go into a story about your personal story. And so I know you've played the violin for a long time, classic violin since you were 7, you said?
Yes.
And during that time of playing and up to the electric violin, is there any time of hardship for you that was very difficult for you?
Oh, yes. I was a second-year student at university, and I was practicing really hard as usual. And it was 3 days before my final recital, which was the practical exam. I was practicing really hard, like up to 10 hours a day with my accompanist. And then all of a sudden, my left arm got paralyzed.
Oh, no.
It was frozen.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, without any, symptoms beforehand. And I was really shocked. Oh, and it hurt so much. So I went to the acupuncturist and got the acupuncture, and the paralysis was gone, but the pain didn't.
Oh, wow.
So I couldn't play the violin from then.
Well, what did they say the problem was?
Nobody knew.
It just froze like in that position?
Yeah.
So you were walking around like this to the hospital?
No.